With tonight's social story, that's where we post 3 stories on our social media and you decide what we take a closer look at. Today's choices: renting an apartment versus owning a home, the growing measles outbreak across several states, and all things Super Bowl. And with 45% of the vote, you chose renting versus owning. All right, a new analysis from LendingTree shows renting is less expensive than owning a home in all 100 of the largest U.S. metro areas. Researchers say homeowners with a mortgage rate are paying roughly 37% more per month than renters. Joining me now for more, President of the American Real Estate Association, Jason Haber. Jason, thank you for joining me. Listen, there is no doubt that affordability is a major crisis for Americans. If housing prices increase, does that increase rents as well and keep people essentially perpetually renting?
So it's a great question. Right now, affordability is the defining issue of our time. Look at that poll that was just taken. I find that astonishing. More people are interested in hearing us talk about owning versus renting and affordability than what's happening during Super Bowl weekend. What does that tell you? We're at a crisis point right now because supply around the country is so constrained. Like you said, in all metro markets in the United States, it is now cheaper to rent than to own. But at the same time, we know that owning a home is one of the best ways in America to create not just wealth, but generational wealth. So the risk is that we freeze out people from the market. And that's what we're seeing play out right now across the country.
So when does buying a home make more financial sense than renting? And how big of a barrier are down payments right now for first-time buyers?
Well, down payments are a big part of the issue because right now, the average American needs to make $126,000 a year in order to purchase a home. That's out of reach for many Americans who need to put down 10, 20, 30%, 40% or so to purchase. You flip that around, in the short term, it's generally cheaper to rent. We call it the 5-year rule in real estate. If you're going to be in a home for 5 years or more, it's almost always going to work out to purchase. Renting allows for short-term flexibility, but again, home ownership is a hedge against inflation. And when we talk about expense and affordability right now, we have to think about things like the 30-year mortgage, which is one of the great financial products available across this country. You get all of the benefits and none of the downside, right? Mortgage rates go up, your rate is locked. Mortgage rates go down, and you get to refinance and save on that cost. Whereas your rent tends to just go up and up and up every year.
Okay. And Jason, the average home price varies across the country. You know this. So why are we seeing these price gaps? And do you think home prices will come down in 2026?
Yeah, so we're seeing these gaps because 48% of Americans have an interest rate of 3.5% or under right now. And so that's has the rate lock, they call it, where they're frozen out of going on the market. We have a supply crisis right now in this country, across the country, in not every market, but in many markets, there are simply not enough homes. The estimate is we're 5 million homes short. And so at our group, the American Real Estate Association, we're focused on this. We're laser focused on this, and we talk around the country about opening up supply, about rezoning, and about fighting NIMBYism. That's not in my backyard, because these forces have stopped us from building more housing in this country, and the result is more expensive housing, less people getting into them, and both renting and home ownership have both gone up to make it more unaffordable for too many people.
All right, Jason Haber, thank you very much.